What's going on, guys? Dirty Dodger, and welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to be continuing the look back at the Dead Space series, starting with Dead Space 1. Chapter 2 today. If you haven't already seen Chapter 1, make sure you check out the description below, where there'll be a link to Chapter 1 if you want to watch that. But for now, we're going to continue on with Chapter 2, Isaac Clarke on USG Ishimura. We'll continue where we left off at the end of Chapter 1. For those of you unaware, we're playing the game through on the hard setting for now.
Shh, it's all right, McCoy. He's here. Nothing to be afraid of. I knew you would come.
Fucking maggots.
Just like you said.
Lovely.
I saved this for you. Can I go now?
Go.
Why wants to take me?
To move or throw objects.
Okay, we visited the store at the end of the last episode, so we won't go into too much detail about that. But this is the kinesis module that I was talking about earlier. In the last episode, sorry. Last chapter. You can use this to move heavy objects around, which will come in useful later on in the game for some things that you need. But it's also pretty good to use to identify to see if there's enemies that are lying on the ground. Up. Okay, these are the schematics as well that I was talking about earlier. You need these to go to the shop. Basically, I'll show you. So I'll pick that up now. What I'll do is I'll run back to the shop. You drop the schematic off in the shop, and then that item that you've picked up becomes available to then make or purchase and then buy. So there you are, schematic downloaded, the flamethrower there. And now you can see when we scroll down. Oh, I'm past it. There it is, flamethrower there. We have insufficient credits at the minute, but I don't want that. Yeah, the kinesis module, you can use it to kind of pick limbs off the enemies once they're dead.
Isaac, are you there? We were attacked. Kendra's gone. 1 minute she was there, and I can't believe I lost her. We can still do this. Get me the captain's rig codes, and we'll find Nicole. Looks like the crew barricaded the door to the emergency wing. You have to blow through it to get to the morgue. Get some thermite from medical storage, and a shock pad from zero-G therapy. Should be down the corridor. Communication is useless in all this static.
Okay, yeah, kinesis module then. In the first episode, we saw, first chapter, some enemies were just laying on the floor. You can't tell whether they're dead or alive. They were alive. But with the kinesis module, what you can do is you can point it at them. You can try and take the limbs off. If the limbs don't come off, you know they're alive. That way, you know you can either use a stasis module and stamp on them, or give them a couple of shots. Alternate firing mode. For this weapon, it's just a change in the plane of the plasma cutter.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
always worth giving them an extra stomp in case they drop some ammunition. Or any other goodies you can pick up and sell later. Remember, it's all about keeping that surplus of goodies you can either sell, get credits, and have a surplus of pretty much ammunition and health for when you need it, especially when you're playing on the harder settings initially. Stamp doing what we're doing. Okay, quarantine's still active, so there's alive enemies somewhere. There it is. Where are they? There he is. Kinesis module, pick up the oh Jesus. Use the Kinesis module to pick up limbs of the enemies. I mean, if there's an enemy laying on the floor and you're unsure if he's dead or alive, if you do that and you pick the limb up, he's dead. So there's no need to worry about it. But if you can't pick the limbs up, then chances are he's still alive, so do something about it before you walk past him. Plenty of ammunition everywhere. Lovely.
What in God's name is going on down there?
I think that's precisely the point, Doctor. God's work.
I'm not so sure of that. We have to assume that the colony's problems are somehow connected to the marker.
You can assume all you want to. I do not. The marker is glorious and divine. You know that.
God moves in mysterious ways.
Anyway, we'll have it on board tomorrow. You can analyze it all you want to. What are you so worried about?
Worried? Captain, people are dying down there, killing each other. Is this madness, the transformation unitology teaches us?
Doctor, Terrence, there will always be risk when the stakes are high. And here, they're enormous. It could change everything.
And that's what worries me.
Okay, so something's been dug up on the planet down there. When they cracked the planet, something was unearthed. Something bad has obviously happened, and whatever is causing the issue, they're going to actually bring it up to the ship, which is why I think things are going wrong up here for them now as well. Okay, so we've got semiconductors and stuff like that. They're just items that you can pick up and then sell in the shop. They pretty much have no other function apart from providing credits when you sell. Okay, vidlots from the colony are poor quality, but the artifact does indeed appear to be a genuine marker, the first to be found in unitology's 200-year history. I'm eager to get it on board the ship so I can study it properly. Potential here is enormous, not just for me personally, though it's true I've dreamed of such a discovery for decades, but also to humanity and the Church of Unitology in particular. This marker could herald the dawn of a new age for mankind, and I will do my part to ensure it comes to pass. I know the Church will be grateful, but the true recognition will come from all of humanity on this day. We are blessed. Okay, so this object they've unearthed, a marker. Tied in with religion, named Unitology. What does that mean? Whether they came here on purpose, knowing the marker was there, sending a mining ship to come and uncover it on purpose, whether it was accidental, I guess we'll find out later.
I finally convinced Jurgens to show me the video feed from the colony, and what I saw was glorious, breathtaking. Miners undergoing a transformation into something extraordinary. I must know more. Even as the believer within me wants to become one of them, the scientist needs to uncover their secrets. I need to study one of these necromorphs, as Kyne so clinically puts it. I need to witness this infection firsthand. Perhaps that patient from the colony.
So much plasma ammunition.
Come on! Come on! Let me out!
Well, I think that's one of the first people we've seen alive on this ship. That's now dead. You end up getting attacked like that, chances are if you push E to get them off you, or whatever button it is for whatever console you're playing, you normally kill him in one hit. For their example, I kicked him and he died. If it's any of the other aliens, I think you just get them off you and you end up killing them in kind of one go anyway, but you do take quite a lot of damage there, as you've seen. Let's get rid of some of those. So that's another one. There's so much ammunition spare at some point. Goodies. As I said earlier, so it's got tons of ammunition. I'll store most of that when I get back to the shop because I'm going to need that later on in the game compared to now this early on.
That thermite you picked up should be able to melt through the barricade. Use the shock pad to ignite it. Hope I can hold this position. I can hear something big moving out there.
You can see he was half clothed, it looked like he was wearing armour on his legs. For some reason I decided to continue to shoot his legs, but that armour must be protecting him, so I suppose in situations like that it's best to go for the arms or whatever's unprotected, because it will take more damage. No, thermite. Little finishing touches like that in the game just make it a little bit more immersive. Let's carry on. Okie dokie. You alright, mate? Plasma. Okay, medical logs. I guess we're getting closer to the medical centre there. Harris is asleep after another long sedative. He seems literally unable to sleep without chemical aid. Most succumb to exhaustion after 50 hours of staying awake, regardless of any desire to stay awake. His explanation of events on the colony is also odd and points to the same paranoia we've seen elsewhere planetside. His guilt is not in doubt. 2 planet-side security officers were present when he took Dr. whoever hostage and murdered Nurse Evans. He doesn't even deny his actions, but he insists there was no crime, nor does he feel guilt. This is a classic sociopathic behaviour, but Harris exhibits no other symptoms. He is affable and friendly, able to empathise and offer original opinions. When questioned about his murder, however, he becomes withdrawn and astringent, displays schizophrenic behaviour. He also undergoes intermittent hallucinatory periods, again similar to those experienced by other colonists. So by the looks of it, looks like this marker is causing people to have mild schizophrenia and sociopathic behaviour before turning into whatever those things are, necromorphs. Okay, that's open. Doors like this, as you can see there, power lock enabled. You basically need to give up one of your power nodes to unlock this door to go in, and all it is just basically a supply closet. So it's basically a trade-off between giving up a power node, which can be used for upgrading equipment. So you get rid of one of those, and you give up one of those for in exchange for getting some supplies. So it depends how scarce supplies are for you. If you're running low on stuff, it might be worth getting rid of your node, especially if you die and need a health or ammo. But for myself, as you can see, I've got the surplus, so I'm going to keep my nodes and keep my ammo.
On heavy objects that display this symbol.
Kinesis, which I've already done, which I did. That object there with that symbol, you can grab it with that kinesis module and move it around. Stuff like this, power couplings, just drop them into places like that. They normally power up either lifts or doors or elevators and stuff like that. This one's open, so I'll go in here. Another schematic there, this time for pulse rounds, which is the ammunition for the military style rifle. I don't really want to worry about that. I'm going to keep the plasma cutter the whole way through. Oh shit, get on the lift. Did that on one of the games before. I bugged out and the lift went up and I ended up falling through the lift and dying. We'll try and play this game the whole way through that time. Come on, jump down here. Free stasis recharge, you might as well use it while you got it when it's free. And even though I've got loads of ammo, it's still going to be tight. Come on. Still going to be tight and not wasting the ammo shooting that. Zero G.
Your air meter will appear when you are in a vacuum.
Okay, so obviously when you're moving around in the vacuum, you need air. I think you start with initially 70 seconds, but you can use the power node to upgrade the suit so you get longer periods where you can stay in a vacuum without needing air. But you can actually get air canister refills, so you can reuse that, and what that does is that bumps that time back up to whatever your max time is for the air. Personally, for myself, I think it's a bit of a waste of time upgrading the air, because you can pretty much play through the game by using the canisters to refill your air, or get into little refill stations where you can get
Ishimura is able to set his gravity locally. Your grav boost will kick in when you enter a zero-G area.
And pretty much for that reason, there's really no need to upgrade the air unless you're in dire need and you struggle. Okay, little flashy crates that are far away. Just use the kinesis module. Why did it's got the reach? No, it was a little bit too far. Again, you can upgrade that. Upgrade its reach so it can go further.
Your ammo counter will flash red if you can't jump to a surface.
Reaching out. There we go. Here's your kinesis module. Grab it. Smash it off. Oh, grab the plasma. And we know, for example, that is going to need to go over there and that side there. So just send that across there. Probably ping off somewhere crazy. And we are just going to make our way across. Zero gravity, so for this basically what you need to do is you need to point with your weapon as if you're aiming and then hit the button, for example, selfish control, and you'll jump to the surface that you're looking at. You've got grab boots at pretty much any surface that you can see that's metallic and pretty much flat, you'll be able to jump to in any situation. Pop that in there, power up the door.
Exiting zero gravity.
There we have it.
Great. You got a shock
More
pad.
ammunition.
Combine that with the thermite at the barricade to destroy it. Shit. I can hear more coming. Moving through the vents. Stay safe, Isaac.
Exiting zero gravity. Entering zero gravity. Exiting zero gravity. Entering zero gravity.
On him. Oh, that's it. Where is he? There he is. Don't need to go there, just use the kinesis module. Bring it to you, pick it up. Nice and easy. Same again. Just like that, pick up that. And we'll head back. Blast our way into the morgue.
Exiting zero gravity. Entering vacuum.
Honestly, you get tons of time with air when you're working in a vacuum, and there's usually, like I said, there's stations plotted around where you can run up and refill your air, like you can fill up your stasis. And if you're that worried about it, you can just carry a couple of air cans and refill the air cans. Okay, fire some stasis.
Exiting vacuum.
Perhaps on that while we're here, you never know when you're going to need it. want to play against the mechanics of the game here, basically if you just jump onto the lift, the enemies can't reach her. So, I mean, you can use that just to stand there and shoot them like I did. I'll save until we get enough. How many nodes have we got? We've got 4 now. We'll upgrade some stuff shortly. Okay, I don't know if you remember what I was talking about earlier. Okay, they're broken off. In episode 1 I was talking about enemies that the plasma cutter really wasn't ideal for, and a horde of these is exactly what I was on about. See the fact that it takes one shot to kill one of those, and if there's a horde of 10, 11, maybe even 12, that's 12 rounds you have to expend. Whereas there, what you can do, say there's more of them just there now, you can use the stasis module, you can come in here, so you can wipe that one, damp the shit out of him. So yeah, so they're pretty much the only enemy that really the plasma cutter. Well, I mean, you can deal with them. You can shoot them, not a problem. But if you're trying to save as much ammunition as you possibly can or whatever, then it's just not really efficient enough to shoot them. So you do always have your stasis module. But as you see there, I mean, if they jumped on me then and all 12 of them got on me, and I'm tapping E to get them off, chances are they'll take my health down before I manage to kill them all. So you really don't want to get caught with your pants down by them.
Okay, you're through. Should be clear from there to the morgue. Remember, the codes are on the captain's body.
Fantastic. Through to the morgue. Codes on the captain's body. So we're in a horror-style game and we're going to a morgue. You know exactly what's going to happen. It's going to pop to the shop. My inventory's full. I know for a fact that I'm not going to use it all. So I'm going to do what I said. So there's the schematics dropped off. I'm going to go across to the inventory. There's a gold semiconductor. You can do nothing really but sell that. That's 3,000 credits. I'll keep hold of that. Medium air can, don't need. Plasma energy, what I'll do is I'll move some of those. So I'll keep 2 lots there to use. Line racks, I'm not going to use the line gun at all in this walkthrough. So let's cancel that. I'll probably just sell that medium one there as well. Keep those 2. And there we've got 7 slots free, ready for when we go through to this part of the game. Hopefully get some more goodies back and sell.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan transmitting ship-wide. We need more help. We don't have the resources to deal with this many cases. Nobody would tell us what's happening. These wounds, we are not equipped to deal with this. Get him to the table. Hold him. Not you. Hold him down. Christ. And record him.
That was Nicole, right? I can't tell from here when that log was made. I'm sure she's around here somewhere.
Come on. Shouldn't get too close to jump on you. Okay, don't get too close to that. Let's jump on you. Unlike the incident that we had earlier. I was tapping in to get them off. So here's the oxygen recharge. You can use that to refill your oxygen instead of one of those cans. Let's make sure I've looted everything before we move on. Take everything and leave nothing. plasma behind there. Some credits down there as well. Store. I'll go back. Pick these up. There you go. Got those. Any more? Couple of lockers. Okey-dokey. Take a table. Hey! Hey, there you go. You can use objects to knock them off their feet. There's another supply locker there. Oh shit! Didn't see him behind me. Let's get rid of that medium one. You have a good look around, see if there's anything we can get. Look, what the hell was that?
Hello? Can anybody hear me? My name is Eileen Fisk. I just woke up in here and everybody was gone. I don't know what's happening. Why did they all leave? I'm going to try and find someone. If you can hear this, please come for me. Please, crashing in the wall. Hello? There, are you a doctor? Why is everyone... Wait, I know you. You're Harry, the prisoner from the colony. You killed that nurse. Help! Somebody help me! Please!
Oh. Okay, it's a list of newborns by the looks of that. Okay, so further to our previous conversation, I asked that you delay bringing the marker up from the planet for a day or two. You know I'm as keen as anyone to study it in detail, and I understand your sense of urgency given the events on the colony, but that's why I ask. What's happening down there is just too unique, too unprecedented to cut it short without proper time to study the causes and effects. In light of a decision I had with Dr. Mercer, I'd like to meet with... that name again, and Welland Planet side to get their observations. What's his name? Scarello? Scarello, that'll do. Okay, so some people, by the sounds of it, want them to bring the marker up, some don't want them to bring the marker up. Sounds like the crew's pretty torn at the moment.
Science Log Chief Science Officer Dr. Kine reporting. The colony's problems concern me greatly. I have no doubt they are somehow linked to the discovery of the marker, but the exact nature of that connection is still unknown. Almost 40% of the colonists are experiencing a form of dementia. The obvious symptoms are acute depression, insomnia, and hallucination. Incidents of violence and even murder also indicate extreme paranoia. Dr. Mercer has advised that I bring some of the affected on board for study. Dr. Wellen, the planet-side psychiatrist, has reported that his own analysis has been fruitless. I'm hesitant to rely on Dr. Mercer at this point, but I need his expertise. We need solutions, and we need them quickly.
So it sounds like they've unearthed this marker on the planet, and there's obviously a Connolly down there working. Everyone's starting to go a little bit crazy, and they've decided to stop people coming to the ship and study them. Okay, these badges here, these ones that you can see, little pterodactyl flying like creatures, they turn bodies into necromorphs. So the best thing to do is, as soon as you can, stop that. There. Stop that one there from reaching any more bodies in the area. Stop. Any more out? Jesus. Now he's dead. All the other bodies in here aren't going to get turned. So as soon as you see any of those kind of doing what they're doing, try and stop them as quick as you possibly can. That'll prevent more enemies from popping up. Unless, of course, you're happy to have more to fight, in which case you'll be able to pick up more loot that they drop.
Codes received, and they look good. Thank God. I'll start accessing the captain's records right now. Head to the tram station, and I'll contact you there.
There's lots of goodies in there.
I'm going to find out what the hell happened to this ship.
I took far more ammunition than I needed to. Just not being careful with my shots, so I've only got these last 9 rounds left. It's a good job I put some away in my safe. Not waste. My captain's dead. Report the exact circumstances surrounding his death are conflicted. It's beyond my scope. He's generally in good health for his age. Previous exams showed no problems. Cause of death was a single prolonged trauma to the ocular body, which continued on through the cavity wall, finally into the frontal lobe. Obviously got smashed around the head with something that caused a seizure and death. Maybe he was down on the planet, maybe one of the colonists went mad, maybe he was one of the victims. Ammunition here, come on. Is obviously to leave it there and then just come on. Give me the old slipperoo. Just run around.
Isaac! Somehow one of them found a way down to the captain's nest. I managed to contain it in a damaged escape pod. Lifting executive lockdown now. I found the deck logs. Whatever is happening around here, it came from the planet when they cracked it open. It spread to the colony and reached the ship. Isaac, this isn't an infection. It's some form of alien life. Shit, we've got bigger problems. The ship's engines are offline and our orbit is decaying. Get over to the engineering deck ASAP while I stay here and figure out what the problem is.
Cool, you stay put, we'll just go do all the work. So as you heard, I suppose we're going to make our way over to the engine area next. However, just going to sort out my inventory. They're going to sell this bunch of stuff I don't need. Go back to the safe now. I'm going to take out plasma energy that I decided to keep. I will, however, let's buy a small med pack just in case. One of those. Oh, I've got plenty of credits. I'll take 2 of those just in case. Small med pack, small med pack. Cool. Tell you what, I've got my health up. I'll buy a couple more just in case. Small med pack. 3 of those. Chapter 2 complete. Cool, we will save the game for purposes of the video. Guys, thanks for joining me for Chapter 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, that's it. Make sure you check out the link below to Chapter 1 if you haven't already seen that. And I'll be back very shortly with Chapter 3, where we'll continue on down to the engineering room, get the engine flying back up, and stabilise the Ishimura's orbit. Catch you later, guys.